In this video, we talk about the cash secure put using volatility to knock down over some $4,000. You can use this stock as well. Hey, look, I want you to stick around to the very end of this video, for which I'm going to pick the Super Bowl winner. I got a special offer for you at the end if you do the same. Stick around. I know you're going to like this one. Hey, welcome back, everyone. It is time for another red hot covered call video. Well, hey, look, it's Super Bowl Sunday, and no one's watching this video today. But that's all right. For those of you that are, I'm going to up your game today. If you're asking me, the stock market is retesting its recent, pretty solid support lines. And I'll tell you what, the news out there right now isn't that good. But with that said, if we get over the hurdle with Russia, and we get into the Fed doing what the Fed is going to do, I think the stock market's going to move higher once we have that certainty. See, right now we don't have certainty. That's why we have volatility. And at the end of the day, that's what Wall Street wants to hang on to. Some sort of certainty. You know, when we look back over time, a lot of the volatility has to do with no reassurances in the short term that there is certainty. So what I want you to do is this. Right now, the perfect time to start looking at your portfolio, looking at all the stocks that are down in the market, and can you risk some capital here and make some trades? Now, those are the decisions I had to make this week, and I've decided to use cash secure puts. And that's what I did this week with the TQs. We're going to use this volatility as opportunity to make money while the market is finding its footing. And that's exactly what the market's doing right now. So today I'm going to show you a couple things. I'm going to show you my trading over the first 2 months of 2020. I know it's only the middle of February, but I want to show you where I'm at. I'm absolutely killing it. I also want to show you a trade that exemplifies my theory when it comes to the stock market. You know, I tell you time and time again, Wall Street will run them up to sell them off to run them up again. That's exactly what they're doing with Bitcoin. They're doing that with the stock market now. You notice it's not falling and falling with no bottom. I mean, there's clear support lines. This is what they do. They take profits, okay? So you have to understand that. That has to be a foundation for your mindset. If you don't have that, you'll have fear, you'll never get into the game, and you'll watch guys like me on the internet talking about all the money they're making. Well, look, at the end of the day, you can do this. You just have to get your financial education, your experience, and you have to start buying in to the mindset that this is what these people do. Sell them off to run them up. It really is that simple. I know for some of you out there, you believe it's just not that simple. Well, time has proven it's just that simple, and that's where we're at right now. Well, I'm going to show you in a short window of about 2 to 3 months how Riot has traded as Bitcoin has hit all-time highs, it's hit recent lows, and now it's found its footing, and we're getting some big days on Bitcoin. And I'm telling you right now, Bitcoin's going to find itself going back to all-time highs. Now, will that happen in the next month, 2 months? I don't have a crystal ball. But it is one of the biggest momentum plays on Wall Street, and they are going to use that momentum. I'm not a crypto fanboy at all, but what I realize is crypto is a momentum play, and we want to play that momentum. Now, I've told you I do not trade crypto, but I trade the crypto miners, right? I'm going to go ahead and use companies like Mara and Riot. I'm going to use those stocks to benefit from that momentum. I'm going to show you today what I did with Riot. Now let's go ahead and get to this. If you've never been to my channel, I want you to subscribe to the channel. It's right there. It's free. And hey, look, if you like this video today on this Super Bowl Sunday, for which at the end of this video, I'm going to give you my prediction. I want you to bang that like button. It lets me know you like what I'm doing. Now what I'm doing is this. I'm seeing a beautiful set of support lines here, ones that I think we can start to bank on because Wall Street hasn't continued the selling, right? They see value, they buy the value, and that's where we're at right here. So as I see this moving forward, the Dow started to roll over right here, and it really looks like this is going to be our resistance going forward. Now, those lines are very exaggerated because this market will trade within ranges. Not specific numbers, but ranges. So what I want you to do is think of it in terms of that. I think we get this breakout here. It does not hold the breakout, breaks out again, does not hold the breakout. Now, for many, they'd say, well, that's support right there. Well, that's not support because it breaks through support and now it has to find this home again. And I believe they will, just a matter of time. We want to use these days of volatility to make money using the cash secure put. So the markets right now are trying to find their footing. I believe they have found their footing and they're trading in a range. Now's the time to take advantage of some of those great stocks that are trading at the bottom of the range. And as Wall Street starts to put money back into the tech stocks, this should float back up. I want to show you some trades here from January and February. The reason I'm showing you these trades is that in this market, for which most people would say is tanking. I mean, we're getting days where the Dow is down 500 points, NASDAQ's down 500 points. It is easy to just sit back and not watch. But these are the moments you want to use as volatility increases. We're able to buy those stocks cheaper using the cash secure put. Using the cash secure put, we're able to generate income right away. We upfront the money to buy somebody's shares. Now, we're going to pick stocks that are lower in their range. So there's chances that they found support and they're going to move higher. Okay. We're going to get fat premiums because the stock is being compressed, right? It's falling down to its support levels. There's more put pressure than call. Nobody's looking to buy these stocks. So what we want to do is find that number that makes you happy, a number where you could sleep at night and not worry. Well, I'm going to show you Riot and how I felt about Riot and where it's at now. But I used the cash secure put to do two contracts for which now I own 1,000 shares. Now the trade went against me. I thought the bottom for Riot was around 22.50. Well, it fell to 15. Now, if I didn't have the conviction I do, the mindset I do, I would be a broken man right now. But because I have the mindset that this is what they do, it really was just a matter of me waiting. And I took advantage of some upward momentum. So January, I think I did the most trades I've ever done since I started this YouTube channel. And it was a very profitable one. A lot of poor man covered calls. In fact, what you're seeing here are all the poor man covered calls. And I absolutely took advantage of leverage, but leverage in a way that is cheaper. I'll tell you what, since I've been doing my poor man's covered call trades this year, I've been getting a lot of questions from people that are very suspect about buying a leap and then selling near-term covered calls. But what I'll tell you is this, my strategy is different than most. I've now adopted the strategy where I'm going to buy the 95 leap. Now, a lot of people don't want to buy the 95 leap. It's too expensive. But look, if you have the capital to buy the 95 leap or above, now when I say 95 leap, I mean the 95 delta. So when the stock moves $1, the leaps option moves 95% of that $1 move. So time value is not an issue if we do our initial trade setup correctly. By the way, at my website, cptdashboard.com, I have the free Poor Man's Cover Call Tracker, and in there you could set up your very first trade, and you'll see when you're profitable. But more importantly, you have to see the time value component. That is the key here, okay? With that said, been using the Poor Man's Cover Call, and I have stocks that are down. But see, the mindset is this, I would have bought the stocks anyway. So I'd be left holding the bag on Square and PayPal. But see, I'm holding the 95 and 97 leaps option on those stocks. So for me, it's almost a 1-for-1. It's as if I'm owning the stock. So this whole idea that you're afraid of time value and time decay and all that, look, when you buy the 95 leap, for the most part, you are buying a 1-for-1. Now, many will say, look, man, when the stock falls, your delta changes. Well, I get that. Well, I went back to look at what the delta is on my leaps options, and they're basically 95, 97 deltas. So look, when we set up a poor man's cover call trade, we want to make sure that initial trade setup, we buy the 95 and above delta leaps. It really gives us a chance to then go ahead and leverage 2 times. See, if I were going to buy Square at 150, I'd have to pony up $15,000 for 100 shares. But because I'm buying the 95 leap and probably paying about half the money, I'm able to then use a full allotment of $15,000 that I would have used to buy 100 shares. I can now buy 2 leaps and I can sell 2 near-term covered calls. So look, I want you to think about the poor man's covered call. It's really benefited my trading. It's already representing over 30% of my monthly profits. And I'll tell you what, the risk to me is the same. I'll tell you what's different. And I told you this. The difference is when you're down on the stock, you get FOMO of writing that covered call. Man, you don't want your shares taken away. And it can be crippling, man. Here's the deal with the poor man's covered call. I find myself in the same spot, right? I have tremendous leaps options, unrealized losses where I think my leaps options might be down 50%, but I'm writing near-term 30 delta covered call. I don't even sweat it. The reason I don't sweat it is because I know it's a premium-only trade. So I just keep doing it and picking up crumbs. I'll tell you what, that is the major difference from owning the shares and you're down 20, 30 bucks versus owning the leaps down 20, 30, 40% on your leaps. Yeah, you're down. It's unrealized losses, but at the end of the day, you're working it. Or at least I am. I'm selling premium. Whereas if had I owned the shares, and oh, by the way, I now own 200 shares of Square at 150. Have I written a covered call on those shares yet? No, because now I got FOMO, but I'm working the leaps contracts. Same situation. I tell you what, man, it's a mindset that even I am having trouble grasping. Now, February is working out pretty good. $5,700. You can see it right there in the corner. We've done a lot of poor man's cover call. I had some trades where I closed them early. It made sense to close the trades early because the time value portion of the option was so small. I wasn't giving up much of my original premium. And I had weeks left. I'm able to use that capital to start doing what I do. I already have some ideas and I already put some money to work with 3M. By the way, 3M has a dividend this week. Fabulous covered call plus dividend capture covered call I just did on that. So in this market where everybody's a naysayer, we are actually having some of the best trading that I've had in years. And this includes last year, for which my February was $24,000. I can't even remember how I made all that money. I'm sure it had something to do with volatility and using the cash secure put. Let's go ahead and look at that Riot trade for which I'm in deep for 1,000 shares, but I've been able to make this a profitable trade if my shares are taken away next month. All right, so we're going to work inside the upgraded CTP dashboard phone app that you get for free when you become a member. The members get all these communications. We have 3 tabs here at the bottom. This first tab is all of my trades in and out. You get to see everything. In the middle are my seeing the world through John's eyes email communications. And I keep it loaded with about 15, just so there's not that much noise in the phone app. But with that said, let's go ahead and talk about one trade that I did this week on Riot. You see it right there. Riot was a trade for which I did 2 cash secure puts. Let's go to the chart. I'm going to show you exactly what I was thinking when I placed those trades. Now, if you remember, Bitcoin hit some highs right here and it starts to sell off. So I, like many other people, thought that was a great support line. So I got involved with Riot instead of Mara. Now, I do have a Mara cash secure put, but I decided to put money towards Riot because I didn't like how Mara did that secondary offering, and Wall Street didn't like it either. So we're going to use Riot here, who doesn't have any controversial news, yet it moves in sync with Bitcoin. Well, it continued to fall. I did a cash secure put, a $23 cash secure put right there, where I risked $23 a share. I put that money up for anybody that wanted insurance, meaning they could not lose more than $23 on the Riot shares. They paid me over $3 for that, and I was loving life. I did 500 shares. I did not think Riot was going to continue to fall. In fact, I thought Riot would bounce and head higher. We'd keep all that money and we'd look for the next trade. That was 5 contracts, so do the math. That's $1,500 in my wallet. Now, Riot continues to fall and kind of bases here a little bit, so I decided to do another cash secure put. Did it on another 500 shares, collected another $3 or $1,500 for putting the money up so somebody could assign me their shares. I think I did the 23 strike. Right now, I own 1,000 shares of Riot. Yeah, they assigned me the shares because, as you can see, Riot is not trading anywhere near $22, $23. Now, Riot did fall. I let those cash secure puts go to expiration, and I was assigned the shares. Now, what I decided to do was this. I was going to take ownership of those shares even when the stock was trading around 16 bucks. Why did I do that? Because by doing the cash secure put, I got paid $3 up front. $3 up front. Now, think of it this way. I own 1,000 shares. The stock has fallen to $15, $16. They've paid me $3 for each of these. That's $6 total. It's because of those cash secure puts that has given me a cushion. And now I can wait and see if the stock's going to recover. Well, that's exactly what it does. Bitcoin starts to rally. Now, Riot is some $18. So I use that opportunity to use my shares to write a covered call. Let me show you why I decided to do that and what my strike price was. Now here's Bitcoin right here. You could see how Riot and Mara, they all travel with Bitcoin, and that's exactly what's happening here. And I'm thinking Bitcoin now is getting that momentum back in it. Hit a recent low of 36,000. I actually think Riot does the same. It's going to move with it. Well, remember, my cost basis is $22.50 with Riot, okay? If I can write a $22.50 covered call, I would basically have my shares taken away at $22.50, which breaks even on my cost purchase, but I've collected over $7.50 in premium. On a stock that hadn't moved anywhere, I have made $7.50 in premium. You know, using the cash secure put gives you that downward buffer, right? You make a play, it goes against you. But because you were paid that upfront premium, you're able to wait a little bit, feel the trade, right? You get to feel where Mara's moving. And in this case, you could see it definitely moves with Bitcoin. And as Bitcoin starts to move higher, I'm feeling optimistic. Now, the point of this video today on this Super Bowl Sunday, for which I'm going to give you my prediction at the end of this video, use the cash secure put for your very first trade. Whether you want to acquire the shares cheaper or you actually want to use it as a profit center where you pick that stock that's trading at the bottom of its range, you go ahead, you sell the cash secure put, a little bit out of the money, make the premium. If the stock goes higher, you're paid all that premium in cash, no obligation to be assigned any shares. Use the cash secure put for your weeklies, your monthlies. I love using the cash secure put monthly, and in this case, I used 2 of them. I was assigned the share. Luckily, the plan worked out for me, where I'm able to write my very first covered call at my stock purchase price of $22.50. Hey, sometimes that doesn't happen, but in this case it did. I tell you what, we are half cup full here. We're going to manage this trade, and to be honest with you, I hope my shares are taken away. We'll collect that capital. We'll do it again. Now, if you want to join us over at the membership and be a part of everything we do there, you'll get the phone app. Notice recently I've sent out trade ideas on 3M, the NASDAQ, Bristol-Myers, AT&T, Gilead, Intel. Look, I have so many ideas. I love sharing it with the members. You also get to see all of my trades. These are all my recent trades. You could see I just recently opened up another TQ's cash secure put. I did the 3M covered call with dividend capture. Closed out that city trade, new core, opened another poor man's covered call on Gilead, and there is that $880 potential profit on Riot. Look, I got a 1 free month offer. If you sign up right now during the Super Bowl, yeah, I'll give you 2 free months. Okay, you heard that right. You sign up today, 2 free months, you get it. Absolutely would love to welcome you aboard. So as for today's Super Bowl winner, well, you're a winner. Because if you post below in the comments below who you think's going to win and what the score will be, well, I'll tell you what, you're going to get a 1 free month of the membership. You post below who's going to win, give me a score. Hell, if you want to tell me why, that would be fabulous as well. I'm actually going to take the Bengals today. I actually think Joe Burrow is going to be like Tom Brady in his first Super Bowl, where all it's going to take is one pass to get comfortable, and he's going to do what he does. Tell you what, that Cincinnati defense is underrated. And I think playing in Los Angeles, the Rams are going to find it harder to keep their composure. And I think Cincinnati gets up on them quick. And once they get their composure, they're not going to back off. Now, that's coming from a Pittsburgh Steelers fan. And trust me, I have no love for the Cincinnati Bengals. But on today, I'm going to go ahead and pick those Bengals will win this Super Bowl. Get yourself on board for 1 free month. Let me know who's going to win below. I'm going to leave it there. Be safe, be healthy, most important, be lucky. Until next time, may all your covered calls be profitable.